Hello everyone. This is the last video this week. In this video, I will be discussing how liquidity risk can lead to bank runs problem. Under normal conditions and with appropriate forward management planning, neither net deposit withdrawals nor the exercise of loan commitments, the two major sources of liquidity risk, pose significant liquidity problems for depository institutions because borrowed funds availability or excess cash reserves are adequate to meet anticipated needs. For example, even in December and the summer holiday season, when net deposit withdrawals are high, depository institutions anticipate the seasonal effects by holding larger than normal excess cash reserves or borrowing more than normal on the wholesale money markets. Major liquidity problems, however, can arise if deposit drains are abnormally large and unexpected. Abnormal deposit drains may occur for a number of reasons. For example, when there is a concern about the depository institution's solvency. The failure of one depository institutions can lead to heightened depositor concern about the solvency of other depository institutions, and sudden changes in investors' preferences regarding holding non-bank financial assets related to deposits. In such cases, any sudden and unexpected rise in the net deposit withdrawal risk can trigger a bank run. So a bank run means a sudden and unexpected increase in deposit withdrawals from a depository institutions that can eventually force a bank into insolvency. Now, at the core of bank run liquidity risk is the fundamental and unique nature of the demand deposit contract. Specifically, demand deposit contracts are first come, first served contracts in the sense that a depositor's place in the line of withdrawals determines the amount he or she will be able to withdraw from a depository institution. In particular, a depositor either gets paid in full if the depositor is early in the line, or gets nothing if the depositor is late in the line or back in the line. Because demand deposit contracts pay in full only a certain portion of depositor when a depository institution's assets are valued at less than its deposit, and because depositors realize this, any line outside a depository institution encourage other depositors to join the line immediately, even if they do not need cash today for normal consumption purpose. Okay, thus, even the depository institution core depositors who do not really need to withdraw deposits for consumption needs rationally seek to withdraw their funds immediately when they observe a sudden increase in the lines at their depository institutions. Regulators have recognized the inherent instability of the banking system due to the all or nothing payoff feature of the deposit contracts. As a result, regulatory mechanisms are in place to ease depository institutions' liquidity problems and to deter bank runs and panics. Two major liquidity risk insulation devices in most countries are deposit insurance or guarantee and some form of discount window. Because of the serious social welfare effects of a contagious run on depository institutions, government depository institution regulators in most countries have established guarantee programs offering deposit holders varying degree of insurance type protection. Okay, specifically, if a deposit holder believes a claim is totally secure, that means secured by insurance, even if the depository institution is in trouble, the depositors has no incentive to run. The deposit holder's place in line no longer affect his or her ability to obtain the funds, because the depositor knows that even if a bank fails to pay back the funds, the depositor will be compensated by the deposit insurance. So deposit insurance deters run as well as contagious runs and panics, and used in a number of countries. In addition to deposit insurance or guarantee arrangements, central banks such as Reserve Bank of Australia have traditionally provided a discount window facility to meet depository institutions' short-term non-permanent liquidity needs. So the Reserve Bank of Australia provides the rediscount facility and repurchase agreement, but does not use its balance sheet to support insolvent institutions. So under this repurchase agreement, depository institutions can sell their assets, liquid assets, for example, government securities to depository institution, get a short-term fund, and when they have fund available, they can provide the fund back and get their securities back. So by this deposit insurance and discount window, the government and regulators attempt to deter the bank runs problem that arises from liquidity risk. So that's the end of this chapter and the end of our discussion this week. Thank you very much.